Hello, everybody. I'm just going to give everybody a second just in case there's any issues with it, but sometimes it takes a minute for things to load. But if you're all seeing me, come say hey in the chats. It's back. I'm back again for reading sprints. Last week I took the week off because it was a holiday, and I decided I wanted to have me time, which I think is healthy. And I'm not like feeling bad about it. It's something I needed to do. But today it's not a holiday. I'm back here doing my reading sprints on a Monday. I enjoy it so much. I like hanging out with all of you and just reading books. So for today, I am reading A Scoundrel of Her Own by Stacy Reid. I am loving this. Mind you, the Sinful Wallflower series by Stacy Reid is phenomenal. It's so good. Like so good. And I love the first two books in it. My Darling Duke and Her Wicked Marquess are the first 1 and 2 books of this. They are incredible. This is the 3rd book of that series. I think there'll be at least a couple more. I'm not sure how many books are going to be in this series, but they're probably going to be a couple more. And I'm like obsessed with it. It's so good. Although the cover is weird because like this is not what Lady Ophelia looks like. She's supposed to have really, really black hair. So I don't know who picked these cover models, but they're not doing it. This is, I guess he could be Devlin maybe, but like that's she has black hair. It says it a lot in the book, not just like one time, like a lot of times she has black hair. But anyway, I'm reading this one. I'm on page 298 of like 371. So I have about like 70 something pages left. Doing pretty good. I am planning to finish this tonight since it's only about like 70 pages left. I'm going to knock it out and move on to something new tomorrow. Something new. Next up, I'm going to be reading Hide by Kirsten White. This is the next book I'm reading, probably starting it tomorrow. I'll finish this book and take a break for the night. But hello, everybody. Hi, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Yay, sprints. Yes, I'm very excited for them too. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot of reading and like I feel good about it. I am ahead on this. Like I was worrying like it was going to take me longer to read than I wanted, but I'm like ahead. Like I was planning on finishing it tomorrow and I'm finishing it today. So look at me being efficient. Okay. I know Sophie Lark writes some dark romance. Did she write the serial killer romance? There was like a serial killer romance that went around for a little bit. Is that her? Is that her? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Praise. I don't know that one. You'll have to tell me who wrote it. I want to read it so bad. Legends and Lattes. I love it. I've talked about this in several live shows, but like I'm obsessed with it. I haven't played D&D in a long time, but like a character I've always wanted to play is a tiefling, and there's a tiefling main character in that. So like I'm so in. I'm like so into it. But like there still isn't an audiobook yet to my knowledge, but like the author is an audiobook narrator, so I'm like, why aren't they getting on this? But anyway, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's eventually it will come and I will read it. Nice. That's a deep dive. It's a lot of book. So good luck with it. It's very fun though. Oh. Okay. I didn't know there were several of them, but yes. Okay. So I had the right author. I was like, did you write a serial killer book? I don't know how I feel about it. Oh, nice. I enjoyed that one as well. Oh my goodness. I'm starting Circe this month. It's my patron book club pick. Circe. And I haven't read Song of Achilles yet either, but I'm getting there eventually. Wait, for Legends and Lattes? Shut up. I'm looking it up right now. Last time I looked there wasn't. Okay. We're doing this together. Hold on. There is an audiobook. Shut up. No, wait, it went away. I don't see it. It said there was one, and then the page refreshed, and it disappeared. Okay, something's wrong here, but it's okay. I'm going to get this. Give me it. Okay. Is this going to work? I don't know. I'm buying it with one of my Audible credits. Yes, success. Okay. Every time I do a live show, I end up buying something. But anyway, I just use one of my Audible credits. I have like too many Audible credits, frankly. I have like 10 of them, and I need to spend them on things. So I just bought it. I didn't even care. I didn't even look at the library. I just bought it. I'm just being crazy tonight, but that is okay with me. Okay, very cool. There is some trigger warnings for that, so if you're sensitive to certain things, maybe check them out. But I don't think it's too intense overall. But just be aware. What is praise? Oh, that explains it. Nice. Okay. I have heard really good things about Amari and the Night Brothers. I've heard amazing things. It's a middle grade, correct? But I have heard a lot of good things about it. Oh, okay. I just spent an Audible credit on it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Guys, I can't buy all of the books. But now I'm like interested in it. Okay. So you're watching some Emily D. Baker, and then you'll be continuing on with Interview with the Vampire. Yay! I'm excited for that. I'm going to be doing Vampire Lestat this month. It's coming up. I have the audiobook. I need to do it though. No. Oh, soft eat after you get access to the audiobook. Okay, because I was like, oh no, you don't like it? I really, really liked it. I hope you do too. Yes, that's Amari and the Night Brothers. Yeah, I heard like awesome things about it, like on the regular. But anyways, I'm gonna look up this praise book because now I need to know more about it. I don't know who wrote it. I'm assuming, is it the Sarah Kate book? Yep, it sounds like it. It has good girl in like the first line of the blurb. Okay, let's read. So he calls me perfect, his flawless pet, his good girl. Broken down and wounded by my emotionally neglectful ex, I wanted someone to tell me I was good enough. Then I stumbled into a new job with a boss who brought me to my knees. Literally. He has me do things a real secretary would never do. Emerson Grant tells me I'm more than just good enough. I'm worthy of his praise. There are a million reasons why I should stay away. The owner of the Salacious Players Club is not just my new boss. He's twice my age. And my ex-boyfriend's father. Oh my gosh. With him, I am treasured. I am adored. I am his. I'm a good girl, but I'm falling for the wrong man. Emerson Grant knows what he wants, and he wants me. So how far will I go to hear his approval? This had layers of things I was not expecting. So I'm like, okay, secretary, kink, praise kink, dom sub thing going on here. Twice his age. Ex-boyfriend's father. Oh my word. There we are, everybody. I always find something in these. I don't know what's gonna happen, and that's the beauty of live shows. You know, discover something new about yourself. That see, Amari and the Night Brothers, I feel is the complete opposite end of the spectrum. That's praises. But I'm happy that both of these books exist in this space together. Yeah, it was Sarah Kate. It's a lot. It keeps going deeper. Okay. This is Interview with the Vampire. Yes. Oh, you read the first 6 or 7 books in this series. Oh, well, like I hope you reread and enjoy. Like I'm working my way through it. I'm definitely doing the first trilogy. After that, I'm gonna see what happens. But like low key, unironically, Queen of the Damned is still like a favorite movie. Like I don't like good movies. Like let's be real. Like I like movies. I don't like films. So like I love like schlocky movies sometimes. And Queen of the Damned, pure schlock. I love it. Unironically. So I know it has nothing to do with the book pretty much. It's like a vague outline, but like I do want to go on to Queen of the Damned. Like I wouldn't when I love that movie. So yes, I'm going to read that one definitely. It's on deck for another month from now or so. I think maybe I mean July is ambitious, so it might be August. It'll be this summer though. I'm going to do Queen of the Damned as well. Oh, there's another one? Is it the same couple? Hold on. I'm going back to Amazon. Let's look this up again. Okay. Salacious players. Oh, Eyes on Me. Oh, is that it? Yeah, I think that's the second book, Eyes on Me. Let's see what this one is. Okay, well, we're deep diving. Oh, okay. I'm a voyeur. It means I like to watch. And in my line of work, that's a gift. As one of the four owners of the Salacious Players Club, I'm comfortable on the sidelines. This is what I was made to do, and I work better alone. Until the day I stumble upon a certain cam girl app and find myself watching the one person I should never have watched, my stepsister. Oh my word. There are three big problems with this, obviously. One, Mia and I can't stand each other. Two, she has no idea I'm the man on the other end of the video. And three, I'm hooked on the app and on her. Now, Mia has me wanting things I said I'd never do again, like opening up and getting attached. I am falling for her, but she's falling for the mystery man I'm pretending to be. If I'm going to make this right, then I have to do more than just watch. But how far will I go to keep her eyes on me? See, here's the thing with these books I have found is that like every day there's like a new layer. Like every time I read a sentence, there's a new layer going on here. But it's on Kindle Unlimited. So if y'all have KU, you can get them. I don't have KU. I know. I don't have Kindle Unlimited. I know. I unironically love it. I love it to bits. It's so fun. Okay. I mean, I have met Armand, so yes, like he is a character I've met and did want to know more about. Although, like Armand in the book is very different than Armand from the movie, because like Armand in the movie is Antonio Banderas, and Armand in the book is like golden blonde, like Northern European guy. So very different looking people. But there you go. Yep. Yeah, I know. Exactly. My word. Every sentence, it goes crazier. And like, you know what? I'm going to leave it there for now because like, why not? But yeah, I'm going to leave it there for now. And then I think I'll do a 30-minute sprint. Hold on. Things are going crazy on my end. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen, do a little sprint, and we'll catch back up and maybe I'll read more of those praise books. There's more in it. Let's read all the blurbs. Let's go. Let's do it. So let me share my screen. And I have a nice rainbow one for Pride today. So yes, let's do a 30-minute sprint and we'll pop back in and discuss. Hello, everybody. It is official. Our first 30-minute sprint is completed. It's hot as balls in Los Angeles right now, so I have my fan going. It's very warm in here. I'm like dying under the lights I have on. But I read a whole bunch of this. I was like on page 298. I'm on page 342 right now. So good like 40 something pages. I only got like this much left, like a third, like 30 something odd pages. Like I don't know. I'm gonna do one more sprint for tonight. I think I might call it an early night in general, but like I'll do one more sprint definitely for 30 minutes. But anyway, hi everybody. How did your reading sprint go? What are you reading? Give me all of the details. There you go. I mean, 90s Antonio Banderas was spicy. Like he was good. He was solid. I'll give it to you. Agreement. Yay, Bride! Hey, Maggie, thank you for coming. Hi, thank you for coming. Hey, Beth, thank you for coming. The Beautiful Thing Shop. Thank you, dear. My boyfriend gave me wine. 50% into The Beautiful Thing Shop, a small town gay romance. Nice. It's a good pride pick. I love it. Oh, it is winter for you out there because you're Southern Hemisphere. Freaking freezing in Australia right now. Oh no. Like I don't either. Like I'm from Los Angeles, California. It's hot here usually. Like I deal well with warm. Like cold, I don't know what to do with my body. I mean, cold here is probably like 50 degrees. So I mean, that's kind of warm some places. Well, this is all Fahrenheit as well. I don't know the Celsius calculation, but you get what's going on. Oh, okay. Is this a serial killer book though? I know she writes some of them, but I don't know if this is the serial killer book. Anyway, I'm glad that you're having a good time. Nice. That's a solid win for 30 minutes. Great job. Oh, yay. I really enjoyed it. I hope you're having a good time with it. Oh my. I love that. I love getting into books that hard. I'm feeling that for you. Biscotti. That is the best. Everyone always wants to know. I'm actually having a Touraine. It's a 2018. It's like a Sauvignon Blanc. This one Touraine in France, and it's pretty good. I mean, it's kind of typical Sauvignon Blanc, but it's a French Sauvignon Blanc, and usually those ones are a little less like punch in the mouth flavor. Like if you pick one from like New Zealand or something, like that's like a lot right away. This one is a bit more restrained. So I'm having a good time with it. It's great with like fatty foods in particular. Like I mean, the most common pairing is like Sauvignon Blanc and goat cheese. If you're looking for a good pairing, it's beautiful together. Or like a citrus vinaigrette on a salad. Sauvignon Blanc, it will rock your socks. I've never said rock your socks before. I don't know why that came out of my mouth. Yay! Reading Fool Me Once by Ashley Winstead. Oh, I haven't heard of that one. I hope you're enjoying it, but thank you for coming to hang out. Oh, okay. I need more details on this. Maybe, okay, I'm going to have to read the blurb. Like that's going to come up. Okay, I'm just going to search it so I have it. What is it called again? Oh gosh, I've already forgot. I just looked away for a second. There is no devil. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Okay. All right, let's just read it while I'm here. Why not? I couldn't kill Mara, but that doesn't mean Shah won't. She's living in my house, always with me, always under my control. The more I push her, the more she pushes back. And she's peeling away my secrets one by one. And I'm tempting her to do things she never thought she'd do. Shah won't stop hunting her. When it comes to act, when the time comes to act, will Mara be ready? So, So he like murders people? Like I'm confused about the serial killer aspect because like let's be real, I have read some very morally gray characters and was into them. Like I think we all can relate, but like not like someone who just like kills people for funsies. I don't know. I have heard about it before, so if you're enjoying it, I'm happy for you. But I'm like, what is going on? Yep. Oh, I don't even know what the weather was today. I can check. I have a phone. Let me see. It's not even that hot here. I'm just hot in general. Maybe because I'm drinking. I don't know. It was a high of 85 out here today. So it's not too hot, but it's getting up there. I mean, in LA, we still have June gloom, so usually the mornings are cold. And then like August is like hell on earth. It's like 115. Oh, congrats. Everyone give some congrats. Me too. I'm I'm smaller than everyone thinks. Like the number one thing people like say to me, which is weird if they ever meet me, is like, "Oh, I thought you were taller." That was like the one thing I get, but I'm not. I'm like 5'2", 5'3" on a good day maybe. Like I'm standing up real tall, but like I'm 5'2" and my boyfriend's 6'3". So I am also like in the height difference quite a bit. I come up to like his shoulder. Yeah. I like variety. Change it up. Drink different stuff. Yay. I'm so I want to I just bought it. I bought it. Oh my gosh. It happened. I bought it. All That's Left in the World by Eric J. Brown. Post-apocalyptic gay YA that's also rom-commy. Okay. I like all those vibes. It's a good pride pick, but I'm like post-apocalyptic rom-com. You're kind of selling it very well. Nice. Love that one intensely. There's so many animals. It's great. So okay, so the first book of that series with the serial killer. There are no saints. First book. I am alarmed by it though. I don't know. Like I'm sure like I've heard about it so many times. I know a lot of people have read it, but for me I'm just like, wait a minute. Like how's this work? Yay. Samesies. Look at us. Short girls unite. Yeah, right? It's just it's always been like that. I am petite. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cold. I mean, for LA, that's like a daytime cold. I think it gets down to like 30 something at night. So there's that. But thank you for looking that up. I appreciate that. Damn, look at all these like height gaps. I'm so like a lot of people are 5'2", so like it's cool that so many of us are. But yeah, a lot of height gaps here. Yay! Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Is it Pride Month also in Australia? I know it is here in America, but I'm not sure. But either way, I'm very proud of you. That's great. Right? I know. And then you have Leanna, and I think her Viking genes have made her tall. But we're all like wee little brunettes. Yay! Congrats. I mean, yeah, serial killer romances are for everyone. Like, frankly, I feel like it's a niche. But like, I hear about it all the time. Part of me wants to read it just because, like, what the fuck, you know? Like, what is going on here? Part of me just wants to experience that, but other parts of me are just like, do you want to experience this? So, like, I'm up and down with it. Yay! Yay! Oh, cool. I didn't know if it was Pride like in other countries as well. But very cool. I'm proud of you. Congrats for being out and having the best Pride ever, hopefully. I don't want to like make you say it's the best Pride ever because I can't control the future, but I hope it's going very well for you. Yay! Congratulations. Okay. So the author Jay, she writes sapphic romance, but a couple of her books also have ace rep and trans rep. Fantastic. I love that. Like ace rep is kind of hard in books because I don't know, especially for romances, but like I wish there were some because ace is also a spectrum. Not everyone is, aromantic or completely asexual. There's demisexual. There's a lot of room in the spectrum to explore. So I would love to see more of that. I see like demisexual rep more than anything else. I do have one book I'm going to be reading very soon, A Lady for a Duke by Lexis Hall. And this is a trans heroine, and I'm obsessed. Like, I'm so excited. I'm trying to do an Alexis Hall double feature too, because I just read Boyfriend Material. So 2 books, same author, very different books. Like, Boyfriend Material is like modern day England and like, just disaster people. And then this is like Waterloo era. So like Regency era, England, historical romance, friends to lovers. And I'm like way into it so hard. Like I can't wait to read this. I have decided I'm going to like go back and forth between historical romance and like other books so I don't get like burnt out. Because right now I'm reading historical romance. For anyone who wasn't here for the first part of this, I am reading A Scoundrel of Her Own by Stacey Reid. And I don't want to go 2 historicals back to back. So next up is Hide by Kirsten White. This is a creepy abandoned amusement park where people have to hide in there for like a certain amount of time. And if you do it and you don't get caught, you win a bunch of money. And then like people start getting killed. So I don't know if this is paranormal horror or slasher horror. I'm not sure yet, but either way, I'm super excited. So I'm going back and forth with romance and other stuff. Yay. Read her book, Perfect Rhythm. One of the women is ace and is extremely well done. Oh, fantastic. That's that author, Jay. Let's look it up. Why not? We're here. Here it is. Let's look up the blurb. Oh, there's a pop star in here. Okay. So pop star Leontine. Oh, I probably slaughtered that name. Pop star Leontine Blake might sing about love, but she stopped believing in it a long time ago. What women want is her image, not the real her. When her father has a stroke, she flees the spotlight and returns to her tiny Missouri hometown. In her childhood home, she meets a small town nurse, Holly Drummond, who isn't impressed by Leo's fame at all. That isn't the only thing that makes Holly different from other women. She's also asexual. For her, dating is a minefield of expectations that she has decided to avoid. Can a tentative friendship between a burned out pop star and a woman not interested in sex develop into something more despite their diverse expectations? A lesbian romance about seeking the perfect rhythm between 2 people and finding happiness where they least expect it. Aw, I love that. Not everyone who's like asexual is aromantic. Like they do want relationships sometimes. Not everyone's, is asexual and maybe some of they're aromantic but not asexual. There's a whole spectrum here. So I appreciate the representation. Yes, same. The world is horrible all the time. I either want something outlandishly weird like like the Hyde book is obviously a slasher or paranormal book, but like it's horror, it's like nonsense. I want something crazy or I want like fluffy romance. Like that's all I want and I'm not apologizing for it. Oh, nice. I'm happy to hear that. I keep hearing amazing things about it, frankly. I'm very excited to read it. So Loveless by Alice Osman is an ace novel. Oh, okay, great. So Loveless by Alice Osman is another ace representation book. It's also a good thing to promote during Pride. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Lady for a Duke. I think Bethany did read it. I haven't checked. I don't read reviews before I read books. I'm like, I avoid it on purpose because I don't want to go in like, I don't know. I don't want to like alter my opinion beforehand. I like going in a little blind. It's most of the time it turns out great. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I read a review first. I wouldn't have like done this to myself. But most of the time it turns out fine. Oh, yay. So another vote for Loveless by Alice Osman. Very cool. Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kahn is a romance with ace rep. There's so many ace romances. I love this. Okay, so you're looking to learn more about Ace because at the moment it looks like my son is going to be that. Oh, okay. Whatever he's doing, as long as he's happy, you know? I mean, I don't have children, but as a human, as long as he's happy. So I wish him all the best. He might not be interested, or maybe he's just late blooming. I don't know. He doesn't always have to be interested. But yeah, I'm so happy that there's so many of them. So you watched Katie Coulson's original video and video on it and downloaded it immediately. She gave 5 stars. Okay. Okay, so this is about the Love List by Alice Osman. Okay, there's been a lot of talk. Let's look it up. Let's see what this is about. Oh, okay, it's got a cool cover. It's like purple. Okay, so this is like it's not a series. It's just the 4th novel by this author. So the 4th novel from phenomenally talented Alice Osman is one of the most authentic and talked about voices in contemporary YA. It was all sinking in. I never had a crush on anyone. No boys, no girls, not a single person I had ever met. What did that mean? Wait, what did that mean? Georgia has never been in love. That was just awkwardly worded. What did it mean? Georgia had never been in love, never kissed anyone, never even had a crush. But as a fanfic obsessed romantic, she's sure she'll find her person one day. There's no punctuation in this blurb, and I'm on Amazon. What is happening? Let me switch to a different version. There's no punctuation, and I'm freaking out. Okay, so I'm going to a different review that makes more sense. That has actual punctuation in it. So this is the same author as Heartstopper, which is, I guess it's a TV show now too. Exceptional YA novel about discovering that it's okay if you don't have sexual or romantic feelings for anyone, since there are plenty of other ways to find love and connection. This is a funny, honest, messy, completely relatable story of Georgia, who doesn't understand why she can't crush and kiss and make out like her friends do. She's surrounded by the narrative that dating plus sex equals love. It's not until she gets to college that she discovers a range of the LGBTQIA spectrum, coming to understand herself as asexual, aromantic. Disrupting the narrative that she's been told since birth isn't easy. There are many mistakes along the way to inviting people into a newly found articulation of an always known part of your identity. But George is determined to right with the help of and despite the major drama of her friends. So I love that. Great stuff. Okay. So many people love this. I know like a lot of people like Heartbreaker as well. I haven't read anything by Alice Osman though. I know. There's a lot I need to read. I need to read by this author, but we all have a TBR that's insane. Whew. Okay. On that note, I think I'm going to do a second sprint. I might just do 2 sprints today. I want to just kind of, do other things in the evening. By other things, I mean, I'm probably going to finish this bottle and then just want Taco Bell. So that's how my night's going to go, everybody. But like, you know what? I feel good about that. No shame. I believe it is, but like older YA, maybe new adult, because she's in college. That is so heavy. Good luck. It's amazing, but so heavy. Okay, so it's own voices. Very cool. But yeah, sorry, I just started thinking about the Diviners again. Like I have still 2 more books in that series to finish. And like I can't make myself do it because it just drains the life out of my body to read them, but they're very good and I enjoy them, but like they just take so much emotionally to get through. They're dark and heavy. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely coming of age, but she just started college. So I'm going to put it in that weird, awkward new adult category that's kind of like neither here nor there. Yes, I mean, everything on audio for me. So I also really loved it, but like so draining. Yeah. So like right after they graduate high school, going into college, new adult era, I would say. Okay, so let's go ahead and do one more sprint and then we'll all catch up. So let me share my screen. I'm going to do another pride sprint. Why not? All right, 30 minutes and a go. Hello, everybody. That was our second 30-minute sprint. I am happy to report I have finished my book, A Scoundrel of Her Own by Stacey Reed. I officially finished it. I even rated it. I gave it like 4.25 to 4.5 stars. I rounded up to 5.1 a wine because I drank a bunch of wine and I'm feeling generous. I had a really, really good time with this. Again, I really love this series. If you guys haven't read anything by Stacey Reed, please check her out. Very fun. I wouldn't say as funny as Tessa Dare, but I love all for couples, kind of like the same way I root for Tessa Dare couples. So for me, it works at a lot of levels. The Simple Wallflower series is her most recent series. I think it's the best, personally. This is the one that actually corresponds to another series of Stacey Reed's. Actually, I read because they keep mentioning this other guy. I already forget his name, but he's called The Broker. And that was in Duchess by Day, Mistress by Night, which is like ridiculous title. But like it's that guy. And like those two worlds, their two different series are combined because Devlin in this one, he knows The Broker and they're like partners. And I finally finished it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't want to give away spoilers because, spoilers, but I really like Lady Ophelia. She has a backbone for days. She will like stand up for herself. She's like, "Oh, you don't like it? I don't care. I'm going to do what I want." And I'm like, "Yes, you get it, Lady Ophelia. I'm into her." Love her so much. Speaking of that, I also do love wine and tacos. It's a remarkably good pairing. This one's a little boozy for spicy foods. This says it's 13.5% alcohol, which here's the thing not a lot of people know, especially wines from Europe. The alcohol by volume is an estimate. It can be off like a certain percentage, like at least 1% off. Like it doesn't have to be exact. It's an estimate. It feels pretty accurate though. Me just being a little wine nerd, like if you drink a bunch of wine and you breathe out, like it's like fire breath, it's like dragon breath, like the alcohol, like it feels hotter when you breathe out. And like I can kind of tell temperature wise roundabout where it is. And this feels like a good 13. So it's like a little high, but not too high. So I feel like it's good, but like more alcohol with spicy food. Alcohol and spice exacerbate each other. So basically the wine is going to taste more alcoholic and the spiciness is going to taste more spicy. So it's not a good combo. Personally, for me, a remarkable combo I found is a Chenin Blanc with spicy potato soft tacos from Taco Bell. Trust me, it's delightful. And I remember I posted it on Instagram and like 2 days later, like Taco Bell started putting pictures of tacos and wine on their page, and I'm like, is this canon now? Have I cracked the code? But yeah, Chenin Blanc in particular, I feel is a really good combo with like spicier things. In particular, like for me, I love spicy. So like a lot of people say, oh, if it's spicy, just pick a Riesling or something. And I'm like, no. Like I like the heat. So I want something that's like moderate alcohol because it feels good for me. So like Chenin Blanc, it's like you can't go wrong. Oh, I love that. So your dog is dreaming next to you. So cute. My dog Batman has sleep howled. I don't know if that's happened to you yet, but just like a siren goes by and just like in his sleep doesn't move anything besides his little lips. It's adorable. Just past 200 pages. Nice. I don't think I'm going to do another set of reading sprints though. So like I am going to just give you energy to do that on your own, but you could do it. I have all the faith in you. Nice. I am very proud of you. Good job. Yay. I love dog dreams too. He has little dreams and little dreams. My dog is like 70 pounds. He's a big dog. He's like human sized. He's a big guy. Okay, 62% into Beautiful Things Shop, the point where things are really are going really well, except for The Secret. Oh my gosh, I hate that. It's just like it never turns out well. Like, oh, I have this big secret. I can't tell them. And then they keep trying to tell them a bunch of times and they don't. And it's just like, and you're surprised when it blows up in your face, like for real. Yeah, but that's the other thing though. Tacos and margaritas go great together, but margaritas are boozy as like AF. I don't know. Tacos are a magical food. Then again, I'm just telling you, like, from what I've learned in sommelier classes, alcohol content with like capsaicin in particular, like the heat factor, like chilies in particular, they exacerbate each other. But it's up to personal taste. If you like it, drink it. Like a lot of people love like margaritas and tacos. Depends how spicy the taco is, I guess. Yay! Very cool. Yeah, I'd like, you know what? I think I called it for Johnny Depp Amber Heard. I was on a live show and I was like, they're both awful. And they both abused each other. They're both terrible. And I think the judge agreed. I called that one. I did not want to read anything about it. I didn't want to watch it. I just found it gross that these two people were televising this. They're just awful to each other. Anyway, but yes, no shade. If you enjoyed watching it, please go ahead. Like I also watch trashy reality TV. Like I get it. For me, I'm just like, oh, I didn't want to get into there. Tea and whiskey is another combo. People really, really like it. I guess because bourbon has like kind of like a sweet kind of taste to it. I mean, it's bourbon. It doesn't taste sweet. It tastes like bourbon, but like it has like a vanilla, like cinnamon kind of like undertones to it. Technically, yes, I do have my certification. I haven't really done much with it, but like technically, yes, I am. You have to be at least WSET 2 certified, and I am. I want to do WSET 3 just for me. Like I'm not doing anything with this, but I want to do it for me. So I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm WSET 3, mofo. But the thing is, it's very expensive. The classes are like it's like $1,800. It's expensive for something I'm not doing anything with. So I can't like rationalize wanting to spend the money on it, but like I do want to learn more. I am taking another class though over summer. It's just like it's like an additional info class. I don't know what the word is that, like additional learning. It's not really for like an accreditation, but like it's something else to learn. I'm going to be taking a class in just American wines because like I'm very well versed in like old world wines, so like European wines. American wines don't know that much about. So I'm taking like a course on it. It's like a whole weekend. It's like 2 days, long ass days. So I am excited about that because you also get to taste everything. So I'm probably going to taste like 30 wines over the course of a weekend. It's a lot. It doesn't sound like a lot, but like trying to taste 30 wines and differentiate them and then like do taste analysis, it's like a lot. But at the end of the day, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't drink anymore. Mind you, you're not drinking, you're spitting. They do give you like a spit cup in the class. I know that's so gross, but you're tasting. You're not drinking. Otherwise, I would just be like shit faced by the end of the day. After like 15 wines a day, gone. But it is really interesting. So I have fun with that. So I'm going to take a class on American wines because I don't really know anything about them. I live in California for Pete's sake, and we're like one of the biggest wine manufacturers, wine markets in the world. And like I don't know much about them. Like I don't know. I have my own prejudices because like I haven't found a lot of great California whites, but like California Cabernet Sauvignon is like world renowned. Like a Napa Cab, you'll hear people say that. That's like world renowned as like the best cabs. I know that kind of stuff, but like I don't know what it is about California wines. They're always just so mallow. That's in regard to malolactic fermentation. That's that thing that makes wine taste like butter. Like you get it a lot in Chardonnay. You're like, oh my gosh, it's butter. That's what it is. However, this malolactic fermentation, I'm not going to get into a whole chemistry lesson because this is a Monday night. But you do not have to have that happen. It is a choice the winemakers make. So a lot of people like that a lot, or they like a lot of oak in their Chardonnay in general. And that's a lot of California's, a lot of mallow Chardonnays, or a lot of like oaky Chards, and I'm not vibing with it. I'm more of a French Chardonnay, like a Puy Fuissé or a Chablis, which is very crisp and light and restrained and not malolactic at all. So that's kind of where my tastes lie. But I do want to try everything from America, and it's like a class for like all of the Americas. So you taste things from like Texas and like Michigan, which apparently has like a whole wine scene, and New York has a wine scene. So like I am excited about taking the class, but that's like August. So it's a couple months from now. Yeah. Our courts are bonkers. Yeah, we got some problems. Yes. If you like smoky booze, have you tried mezcal? Mezcal. It's like tequila, but that's not tequila. It's like tequila, but like smoky, and it has like a really full body in the mouth. It has like a fruity note to it. I tend to like mezcal more than I like tequila. I said what I said. But it's like that smoky taste that a lot of people really like. So I recommend mezcal. I have been okay, I remember you talked to me about this the other day, and you were like, "No, like, this is 900 pages, and it's, like, a lot." I have it, I have a copy, like, I think I got it for free, so it's not like I spent money on it, but, like, I don't know, I hear, like, mixed reviews on it, a lot, so I'm sorry you did not like it, but you stuck it out. You're champion. Okay. Yeah, like America's like I don't know American wine like at all. Like the Heartland has some stuff going on, is not necessarily like, like okay, here's the thing. From like a wine nerd agriculture perspective, you always want wines that are on a slope or an incline. It's like those are the best wines in the world, like wines from Burgundy and in France. There's a big mountain there or like hill. You want things at the top. It's like the best like soil, the best like terroir is like the word in French, which just basically means environment, like the air flow, the soil content, the sunlight it gets. You always want that. And like the heartland is so flat that I'm like, I don't know how that works. And I'm interested in it. I could see like a lot of flatlands, like especially like in California, maybe like Central Valley. There's a lot of flatlands, but they do make a lot of wines that are like very mass produced. Not knocking them, there's some great stuff, but basically there's a difference in like wine that's handcrafted, hand picked off the vine, or wine that's picked with like a giant machine just shaking grapes off the vines. It's a different process, and I maybe I'm a snob, I don't know, but I feel like you do taste the quality if it's hand picked. But I am interested in learning about all of the American wines. Depends what you're into. Personally, like I'm having this one. I think it talked about this earlier, just in case you weren't here. I'm having a Touraine. So this is a Sauvignon Blanc. It's from the Loire Valley in France. I feel like French Sauvignon Blanc is more restrained in general. There's a lot of Sauvignon Blanc that's very punchy, which I like. Don't get me wrong. Like a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, very, very punchy, right on the palate. This one takes like it's like a little softer, but Sauvignon Blanc is a little bit of an acquired taste. Some people are like hate it. I don't know. I like it. It goes very well with like fatty cheeses in particular. Let's see. Texas has wines. I know. Like I am very surprised by this, but they have them, and like there's things in like New York and like the Finger Lakes and like Michigan, and I'm like Michigan's so cold. Where are they? What are they growing? Like I'm very confused by things, and I'm interested in it. I don't know. I'm taking the class. Okay, nice, love it. You're in Canada, if I remember, or somewhere up north. I forget which part up north, but I believe it was Canada. Okay, mezcal. Try it out. I recommend. It's tequila but smoky. It's basically made the exact same way as tequila, but it's not made from Okay, sorry. Here's like another thing because I do actually have like a credit. I'm accredited for spirits, so I know like a little bit. I'm not like an expert by any means in spirits, but mezcal and tequila. Basically, it's kind of like a champagne or sparkling wine situation. Champagne is only champagne if it's grown in Champagne in France. Otherwise, it's just sparkling wine, or they call it different things, prosecco, cremant, or what have you. It's not champagne because it's not from Champagne. Tequila is the same way. It has to be made in Tequila, Mexico, or it's not tequila. However, mezcal is the same process, which is really interesting because they like dry out the agave in like these big barrels, and like this smoky tone from the barrels gets into it. It's the same kind of process, but it's not from tequila, so they have to call it mezcal. But it also tastes a little different than tequila because tequila can have like I don't know, gasoline vibes. I don't know how to nicer say it than that, but like mezcal is much more, I think, complex on the palate. It has a lot of more smoky, kind of fruity tones. So personally, I like mezcal better if I had to pick. Oh, okay. I love Austin. I haven't been to Austin, but I want to go to Austin very much. Okay, so witching hour, creepy. Okay. Ooh, Lestat has a crossover. Love that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about witching hour. I keep hearing up and down things about it. I think overall probably more down than up. But like I have it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going through a whole Anne Rice renaissance, so to speak. Okay. A wine around the world kind of video where you talk about different wines from all around the globe and how the different countries make the wine. Oh, okay. I could do that. You're in Australia. In particular, I mean, you guys do Syrah beautifully. I think it's one of the best expressions of the grape, if I'm going to sound like a wine snob. I hate the language like sommeliers use, expression of the grape, but like whatever. Just know I'm like sarcastic a little bit when I'm saying them. But yes, Australian Syrah, beautiful. Or Shiraz. Sorry, Australia is Shiraz, but it's Syrah in Europe. It's the same thing. Shiraz or Syrah. Same grape. I heard randomly like it was a misprint on like an import document. And that's why it was called Shiraz instead of Syrah. But beautiful from Australia. Like those quite a bit. Oh no, not book depression. You know what? I go for Tessa Dare too when I have full book depression. So like I get that. I'm glad Tessa Dare was there for you. Okay, yeah, ice. Yeah. Okay, so I was right. Canada. I know things. Like I remember people. I'm trying my best. But yeah, ice wine is intense. Like that is sweet. I know like the most common pairing for ice wine is like strawberry shortcake. By the way, beautiful pairing. But yeah, that's expensive too. So ice wine, if you're in like Canada, it's just ice wine, like two words. If you're in Germany, it's ice wine, like EISWINE, ice wine. So like German version, but it's the same thing. Basically, they make wine out of frozen grapes. So it's really hard to get all the juice out because it's frozen. So they make less wine out of it, and therefore it's more expensive because there's less of it. Also, when you freeze a grape, all of those sugars in the grape are fully concentrated. They don't have any time to disperse or anything, so it's like super sweet. But it's interesting how they make it. I always think that's really cool. You know what? Do you? If you found a wine from Walmart that you love, drink it. I hate the snobbery involved in the wine world. It's so snobby. So snobby. Like I have like slight snobby tendencies where I'm just like, no, 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 I'll bring something nice to like a party. I'm a little snobby with that, but like I try not to like shame people for liking what they like, which I feel like is a big problem in like fancy wine people society. We're just like, some Walmart. I'm like, fuck you. Drink it from Walmart. Like if you like it, drink what you want, you know? So fully I'm there for you. I'm glad you found something you like. Okay, so this is Witching Hour by Anne Rice. Trainwreck you couldn't stop reading. Okay. Love. Yay! So yes, Shiraz in Australia is great. A good company for that, Penfolds is my favorite personally. They do make a more entry level wine that's about like $30. And then like Penfolds is like a weird company where they make like $600 bottles to $1,000 bottles, and they also make like a $30 bottle. The same winemakers and everything, you know, is the $600 bottle is probably much more difficult winemaking procedure, fancier, etc. But like it's the same winemaker, so like the Penfolds Shiraz, like the $30 bottle, still a great bottle of Shiraz. Like it's very complex, punchy, good stuff. So like I recommend Penfolds. Since you're in Australia, it might be even cheaper because it's not imported. But yeah, it's good. I like that one. You're never too late. I don't think I'm going to do another sprint tonight, but we're just hanging out for a couple minutes. So thank you for coming and hanging out. If you're planning on reading something, let me know what it is. Do it. Do what you got to do. Force it. Whatever you got to do, get it done. That's why we do this. When you do like sommelier studies, you do have to do blind test. They give you like a wine to drink and you have to like do it on the test and like, did you taste this correctly? Which is kind of bullshit because taste is so subjective. Like if I wrote this whole analysis of what I just tasted, is it correct? Like depending on who's tasting it. Yeah, like or not. It's all nonsense. I don't know. It's whatever. I'm very laissez-faire about the whole thing. But then again, this is like peak Aquarius energy where I'm just like, yeah, do what you want. I'm not gatekeeping wine. Drink what you want. Okay, there is so much talk about The Witching Hour by Anne Rice. So you enjoyed The Witching Hour, but it was over a decade ago. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. Creep factor with Anne Rice, I've been hearing a lot about. And I mean, Interview with the Vampire had some creep factor. Because Louis and what's her name? The little girl. I can't remember her name right now. I've been drinking. Sorry. But like he refers to her as his wife and stuff, and she's like 5. Like she's obviously not 5. She's like 70, 80 years old, but like her body is 5 and like he kisses her and stuff. And I'm like I appreciate that he sees past her age, but like her body's 5. It's like iffy, you know what I mean? Yay, Penfolds! Okay, I'm glad you know them. I personally like Penfold. Do what you do. There you go. If you guys would like a nice Walmart brand wine, Red Oak, apparently I have a vote of confidence. Mead honey wines. I've only had mead at like the Renaissance Fair. And like, here's the thing. I didn't know mead was alcoholic as it is. Okay, so here's a story. Like Leanna from Leanna's library, she's like, hey, do you want to go to the Renaissance Fair? And I was like, yes. Asked no further questions. I just showed up and I was like, okay, let's do this. What's happening? Do we eat fancy cheeses? Like, what do we do at a Renaissance Fair? I don't know what's happening. She's like, we're going to go get mead. And I'm like, okay. And so like the mead booth, they do this thing where you have to chug it like as they're pouring it. So they're pouring you your like big ass cup of mead, but you have to chug it at the same time. And I'm like, I'm not a quitter. So I'm like chugging this mead and it's delicious. It's honey wine. Here's the thing. I thought mead was like the same alcohol content as like beer, which it is not. It's like double beer. So I drank so much mead and then this was wasted for like a lot of the day. I think I held it together well, but I was like just so drunk the whole time. Leanna probably knows because they also did like drop my lipstick on her. Like I was a mess, but like I chugged mead. It was, you know, they made me do it. So I learned something that day. Maybe. I don't know. Like my Anne Rice ones, people like them. I might do more. I'm definitely going to do Vampire Lestat this month. I think the video is going to come out Probably like Independence Day weekend for those in America. That's a holiday over here. Is July 4th, so it'll probably be like July 2nd is what I have it on my calendar for right now. Vampire Lestat is coming. And then I also want to do Queen of the Damned, and then I'll see what happens after that. But yeah, I am having fun with them. Okay. Okay, so nice. Like technically, like I think like New Zealand, Australia, and stuff, or South Africa has actually a big wine trade. Those are all like New World wines. Anything outside of Europe, basically, it's very Eurocentric. But yeah, Australia has some really cool stuff as well. South Africa, if you particularly like Viognier, South Africa, that's like their bread and butter. They make a lot of it. Okay. The coon I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that right now because I am a little drunky pants. But okay, so $15 right there. So yeah, it's not imported. It's obviously it's gonna be cheaper when you're in the same country as the wine. But yeah, Penfolds, they also make like $1,000 bottles and then they make like entry level stuff. And the entry level stuff is good, you know, so it's fine. I like Penfolds. If I'm gonna do Australian, I tend to go there. I'm assuming this is witching hour. I mean, we were also talking about like serial killer romances earlier, so there's been a lot of weird sex themes. There's ghost sex? Okay, there's ghost sex in a lot of paranormal romance though. Like I'm not put off by it. Maybe that says a lot about me, but I know like Cresley Cole, she did a whole thing like a vampire and a ghost get together. So I'm like, maybe that's like right up Anne Rice's field. I don't know what words are. We're gonna move on. I need a drink. I'm probably gonna end up with puppies. I don't know what this means, but I love that you said that. I mean, ending up with puppies in general, love. So I don't know what it means, but I'm happy that you said it. I know. Me, it's very alcoholic. I did not know. It's the problem. I say yes to things and then do no research on what's about to happen to me. And here's the thing, like the part of my brain switches on like the fuck it switch where I'm just like, it'll probably work out. And then like I just go off and do things and ask no questions. So far, so good. Things have worked out. But yeah, I chugged mead like for a while. It wasn't just like a couple sips. Like I was chugging for like at least a minute straight. Like, which doesn't sound like a lot, but like that's a long time to chug fucking mead. So yeah, it was my own fault because I had that and then I felt better after a while and I'm like, let's have more mead. Let's do this. And like I did this to myself. Like it's my own problem. So I was very drunk at the Renaissance Fair. Okay. Okay. You know what? Good for them. Oh my. I don't know what to I don't know. I don't have words. Besides good for them, I guess. I don't know. All right. Thanks for heading in. Come I don't know. Thanks for hanging out. There you go. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for everything. Okay, so there's ghost sex and witching hour. I am learning a lot about this book. Steve the bartender. He's an Australian YouTuber, makes drinks, talks about ingredients. Okay. I don't know if I've seen him. There's this guy, what is he called? Okay, I'm gonna look him up. He's like is he just called that? Okay, so he's the unemployed wine guy, and he's like Preston Myers the third. And he's on YouTube, he's on TikTok, unemployed wine guy, and like it's so funny. I love all of them. Like his tastings are ridiculous. So like I watch him quite a bit. So okay, so Anne Rice is erotic and morbid. Yeah, I could see how that might throw some people off. Yeah, I could see that. Some dark trauma definitely in her past. But like, I don't know, I heard things about like the Sleeping Beauty series being kind of like sketch. I don't know. But like Witching Hour, I'm like, okay, I'm down to bang a ghost. That says more about me than it needs to. Okay. Love. I want more meat. I haven't had any for several years since I went to the Renaissance fair and got that drunk on mead. There you go. Girl, what is your life? Like every time you come to my live show, I get so excited because you say like the best stuff. I love it. Okay, so witching hour and you're 15. Oh my gosh, traumatized? What is happening? Okay, I'm looking it up. We're gonna read this. Probably the last thing we're gonna do tonight. Okay. So witching hour. Let's read the blurb. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna like get ready. Demonstrating once again her gift for spellbinding storytelling and the creation of a legend, Anne Rice makes real for us a great dynasty of witches, a family given to poetry and to incest, to murder and to philosophy, a family that over the ages is itself haunted by a powerful, dangerous, and seductive being. Okay, so this is paragraph 1 of the blurb. What is, you can't put poetry and incest in the same sentence. Like, no, it's not poetic. Oh God. Okay, let's move on. On the veranda of a great New Orleans house, now faded, a mute and fragile woman sits rocking, and the witching hour begins. It begins in our time with a rescue at sea. Rowan Mayfair, a beautiful woman, a brilliant practitioner of neurosurgery, aware that she has special powers, but unaware that she comes from an ancient line of witches, finds the drowned body of a man off the coast of California and brings him to life. He is Michael Curry, who was born in New Orleans and orphaned in childhood by a fire on Christmas Eve, who pulled himself up from poverty, who now, in his brief interval of death, has acquired a sensory power that mystifies and frightens him. Like, what is going on here? And these two, fiercely drawn to each other, fall in love and, in passionate alliance, set out to solve the mystery of her past and his unwelcome gift. The novel moves backward and forward in time from today's New Orleans and San Francisco to long ago Amsterdam and a chateau in France of Louis the 14th. I had to translate Roman numerals. An intricate tale of evil unfolds, an evil unleashed in the 17th century Scotland, where the first witch, Suzanne of the Mayfair, conjures up the spirit she names Lasher, a creation that spells her own destruction and torments each of her descendants in turn. Okay, so there's like a daemon, I guess. From the coffee plantations of Port-au-Prince, where the great Mayfair fortune is made and the legacy of their dark power is almost destroyed, to Civil War New Orleans, as Julian, the clan's only male to be endowed with occult powers, provides for the dynasty in his foothold in America. The dark, luminous story encompasses dramas of seduction and death, this episodes of tenderness and healing, and always, through peril and escape, tension and release, there swirl around us echoes of eternal war, innocence versus the corruption of spirit, sanity against madness, life against death. With a dreamlike power, the novel draws us through circuitous twilight paths to the present, and Rowan's increasingly inspired and risky moves in the merciless game that binds her to her heritage. And in New Orleans on Christmas Eve, this strangest of family sagas is brought to a startling climax. Like, what is going on? Like, this is it's so long. The blurb. Is it a Christmas book? It happens in Christmas. Like, is this a Christmas book? I don't know what's going on. Okay. BDSM on steroids. Yeah, I've heard that. I don't know. I haven't read it. Okay, just I've read things like that. Disturbingly readable while still being sketchy. Oh no, an essay scene that was particularly awful to read. I mean, it said incest in the first paragraph of that book, and I was like, oh God. Okay, triggers, some fetishes and kinks that you don't hear or see talked about anywhere but in like the fetish life. Okay. So it's got some stuff. Yes. Cough Atlas 6 cough. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like Atlas 6. It was so pretentious. It was the most pretentious thing I've ever read. But yeah, anyway, we're coming up on 2 hours. We've been like chatting for quite some time. I think it's about time I start heading out. But yeah, I really enjoyed talking with everybody. I love doing this on Monday nights. It's so fun to hang out with everybody and just like talk books and like look up random things. I've been having a good time. And hey, I finished my book, A Scoundrel of Her Own by Stacey Reed. Very much enjoyed it. Next up, I'm reading Hyde by Kirsten White. So I got some good stuff on deck. Wednesday, I will be back with a regular video. Wednesday morning going live. It's my end of May wrap up. Saturday, I think it's going to be another live show. So if you guys are interested in coming and hanging out for another live show, Saturday, I think probably 10 a.m. Pacific time, I'm going live. It's going to be a good time. So on that note, yes, it was. Yes, it was, Beth. Thank you for coming. I'm going to head out for tonight, and then I will see you guys soon. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. Bye.